Just really disappointed in the start. um, we have a chance to go up really early and we don't, a really good chance. And then to give up one goal is one thing, but then to turn it into a 2 goal deficit within the first, I think, 10 minutes, we dug ourselves a pretty big hole. I will say I thought we showed a lot of resiliency in the second half. But I feel like too often this year we've been really good when we're already down. And this is just another example of it.
Sorry, Brendan Pullen, member opposed.
Hey, Robin. Thanks for the time.
Hey, Brendan. Thank you.
So we saw the team get into so many good spaces tonight in the attacking third, and particularly in that second half, like you just mentioned. And you've also said in the past how thin the margins are, and results can be so different with a bit more precision. Did you think there was enough of that tonight to get the group back into that game in the second half?
I thought I did think in the second half that we, with the amount of pressure we're putting on them, I thought our attack was more patient and we were able to really identify some good spots to attack through. And I did feel like it was going to happen. The energy felt right. The mentality was clearly much better and right. But we still don't turn some of those. You're right. We get in some pretty good spots, but we still don't turn those into real chances. And again, yeah, I was smiling as you were making the comment about what I've said about needing to be more precise, and I think today's another example of it.
Go to Matt Pollard, Burgundy Way.
Hi, Robin. Thanks for the time, given the circumstances.
Sure.
If you disagree with the premise of the question, feel free to say so. But 2 straight games where it looked like a mostly back four, and that's a little bit different from the back three, back five that you've had for a lot of the season. Has that been out of necessity, or is there something tactically that you think is trying to help the team further up the pitch with that shape of the back?
Yeah, we played with 4 in the back, which allowed us to play with wingers and have wingers in higher positions. Second half, the entire second half, we played in the back 5. And we were more controlled in terms of how we defended. And because of our patience, we were able to really get in some good spots wide. So I thought the shift to the back 5 was definitely a positive thing for us in the second half.
Brendan Nurse, Denver Sports Magazine.
Hey, Robin. Thanks for the time.
You bet.
Just how crucial were the miscommunications tonight in critical moments, and going forward, what steps need to be taken, do you think, to clean up that communication?
Training and concentration. That's really it. I just thought that we just had some breakdowns in some very critical moments, obviously, and a lot of it will just come down to concentration. When you're in a situation like we are, every mistake can seem incredibly consequential, and tonight was no different. But really, as I've said so many times, the only way you get out of this is through work and concentration. And I thought that there were a couple instances tonight where our concentration lapsed and it ended up hurting us.
Back to Brendan.
Robin, Danny Leva looks like kind of the player that, the more that he's challenged, the more he seems to rise. He made his 8th start since coming in on loan. And I thought, at least to me, it looked like he's been playing with the group a lot longer than late April. What did you see out of him tonight and, the past, couple performances?
Danny's a good player and a really good kid. He is blended right in, and I think he got immediate buy-in from the team because of his work ethic, his concentration, and his ability to play. And I thought tonight he was really energetic, defending well when he had to, and certainly sparking some attacks. I thought Danny had, another good performance for us. He's been a player who obviously came on loan, comes into a tough situation. We had a ton of injuries when he came in. I think he had played 16 minutes in Seattle, and then he came here and played probably 5 times 90 in a row. But he's been someone who has been a pleasure to have, and we've seen him improve week in, week out. And his play is one thing, his character is something else. Really, really good.
Back to Matt.
Robin, Kevin has that chance, 30 seconds in, and maybe if he sneaks that past Berkey on the near post, maybe we're having a different conversation. He hasn't scored since the game at LA Galaxy. I feel like if I asked most of the attackers on your team right now, they'd say that, they could be better in the final third. Where's he at form and confidence-wise for you right now?
The thing that Kevin has done incredibly well for us is he's defended diligently. He's worked hard. He's closed players down, and he's helped us a great deal in that way. But I would say I agree with you. He, along with all of the forwards, would feel like they need to create more chances, convert the chances that are coming their way. So I think Kevin is interestingly, he is in a good run of form and confidence and diligence in what he's doing defensively. But I think that all of our attackers right now are feeling the pressure of not having scored for a while. And as a result, I'm sure they're all a little bit low on confidence, but all we can do is keep working, keep training, keep trying to put them in positions where they can gain confidence through training. And then obviously have that confidence come out in games.
So to Taylor Gregorio of Rapids Digital.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
I can hear you now. Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Okay. Tonight, Cole broke the Rapids record for most minutes played by a homegrown. Can you talk about the importance of the program or the homegrown pathway for the Rapids, and can you also talk about Cole's impact on the team?
Yeah, it's extremely important. I think any team in the world would love to be able to develop players internally. It obviously costs you a ton less, and then you can potentially monetize those players. So it's really important for us, as it is for any team out there, that the more you can produce your own talent, the cheaper it is to get to where you need to get to. Cole's obviously been really good for us over the years. He's a type of player who, again, works incredibly hard and gives you everything he can defensively. He's shown that he can be a good goal scorer. But I think Cole, like the rest of our guys who are in front of the goal right now, is probably not quite as confident as they normally are. And it's a natural result of obviously not converting chances, not scoring goals. But he's grown a great deal of time, even since I've been here. He was signed before I was here, but he's grown a great deal of time since I've been here and turned himself into a very competent and capable MLS player.
We'll go back to Braden.
Yeah, looking forward. Just how much of an opportunity is it for you on Tuesday to play in front of the 4th of July crowd and maybe finally get that home win and build some momentum?
It's huge for us, and we're very much looking forward to it. We know what the crowd will be like. We know what the environment, the atmosphere will be like. And it is certainly our intent to give our crowd a great night. And that has to be the mentality of all of us from now till kickoff on Tuesday, is that we are out to win, and it should not look any different from the beginning.
Last one, Matt.
Robin, you mentioned some concern last home game with Ralph going down at halftime, and encouraging to see him come in. Your thoughts on his performance and maybe a level of determination or a little bit of luck on that contact against the LA Galaxy player to come back and be ready for the next match.
Yeah, I think Ralph's doing pretty well. I'd say he's not 100%, but we thought we could get maybe 30 minutes out of him, and I'm not sure exactly how long it was, but Ralph gives us physical strength and guile in the midfield. And I thought, in spite of carrying a bit of a knock, he got about the field pretty well tonight, gotten some good challenges, helped retain possession and start some attacks for us. So I think it was really promising based on how he looked at the end of, or the halftime of the last game. It was promising to see him come in and give a good physical performance, which certainly leads us to believe he should be even more ready on Tuesday.